I have my station all set up and ready to go to try out this protective style. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where we focus on growing healthy natural hair. So I decided to try a new hairstyle today, and I wanted to do a protective style, and then I remembered that I saw a really cute hairstyle that Rachel Gray did on her channel where she did 2-strand twists, and I just love them. So I had to try them today. She has 3A hair, I have 3C hair, so I was kind of worried about how it would turn out in my hair, but I am loving it. So I wanted to show you all how I did it because I did use different products than she used, but I followed the same steps. So if you are interested to see how I got this style in my hair, then keep on watching. Okay, so I'm starting on towel dried hair, well, t-shirt dried hair, and my hair is just a little damp at this point. So I have already shampooed, conditioned, and deep conditioned my hair. And now that it is damp, I'm going to section my hair into 2 sections. And I feel like I mentioned this in every video that I part my hair in, but I am not the best at parting my hair. I typically use my pinky nail to part my hair, but this time I used a wide tooth comb because I wanted to make sure it was a little more crisp. And for this one, I wanted to make sure that it was very centered as well. So you see me, I keep checking the front of my head to see if it's centered and to make sure that the hair isn't bleeding from one side to the other. So as I am working to do that, I do also want to mention that I have already detangled my hair as well to make the parting process a little easier, and so I'm not pulling my hair out. Now I'm going to go in with a leave-in conditioner, and today I'm using Curlsmith's Curl Conditioning Oil and Cream. I decided to use this leave-in because it's heavier and it's extremely moisturizing, and I wanted to make sure that this style lasts for the entire week, so I wanted to go in with something heavier and moisturizing. I also wanted to make sure it was heavy because I wanted it to weigh my hair down a little bit more and to keep the roots a little straighter. So this was my leave-in of choice, and I'm going to go in and be very generous on each section and make sure that I'm applying it very heavily throughout my hair. And you see me here twisting each section of my hair after I'm done applying the leave-in conditioner, which I could have waited because I do need to apply oil to each side of my head as well. So I am going to do that right after I'm done with this last section that I just skipped to for the leave-in conditioner, and then you'll see which oil I use. Okay, so I am finally done applying the leave-in conditioner. I'm just smoothing it through the top of my head to make sure that the top of my hair lays down. And now I'm going in with the Ancient Egyptian Anti-Breakage and Repair Antidote Oil. So I'm only using a couple dots per section. And again, just using those 2 sections of my hair for this. And I wanted to add oil to this to really lock in the moisture from the leave-in conditioner. Now that I've added the oil to this side, I'm going to part this section into half going down. So I'm trying to make sure that this part is very crisp and it comes down right behind the back of my ear, and then I'm going to twist each of those sections up so that they aren't getting tangled while I am doing the other sections of my hair. And then I did apply the oil to the other side of my head off camera. So now I'm going to go right into adding the mousse. So the mousse I used is the Main Choice Peach Black Tea and Vitamin Fusion Mousse. And I'm applying 1 pump for each section of my hair. And then I'm going to section that section into smaller sections and start to do the 2-strand twists. Alright, so first small section that I will turn into a 2-strand twist, And you can see that the section I'm using, one, it goes all the way from one end to the other. So I'll only do one on this level of my head. And it looks, when I'm twisting my hair, it's going to look like it's very thin. But as my hair dries, the twist will get thicker and they look larger. So I wanted to make sure that they weren't too large when I was twisting the hair because they're wet, and I knew that it would start to expand as it got drier. So you can see that I'm just taking 2 strands of hair and I'm twisting them around each other. And then as I get closer to the ends, I'm taking 1 pump of mousse and I am rubbing it around the ends and then doing a finger curl to make sure that the ends stay secure. And I just don't want to take them all the way down because, as Rachel had suggested, it's just easier to take down that way. And I have not taken something like this down yet. So I am going to go by what she says and not take it all the way down for my hair either. So now I'm starting the next section of hair and I'm going to part that the same way. But since this is a larger section, I'm going to part it in half and then do 2 2-strand twists for that part of my hair. And that is it. So I am going to continue to do the same thing throughout my entire head. I am going to show you the entire front of my head so you can see how I am parting each section and what it looks like as I continue to do my hair. And I do want to note that this mousse does dry fairly quickly, so I was surprised that I was able to finish this entire section of my head without the mousse drying up. But I was able to do it and it turned out really, really well. So I think this mousse was great for this style. As I mentioned earlier, I am going to just continue to do the same thing over and over again. So I did want to quickly mention the fact that I am trying as hard as I can to make sure each of these sections for the 2-strand twists are as even as possible. But other than that, everything is pretty simple and the same. So I'm going to let the music take over for the rest of the video until we reach the final results. my hair is completely dry now, and I have the lock clips in my hair, which are starting to slide down a little bit, so I need to make them a little tighter. But I am loving how my hair turned out. Again, I did follow Rachel Gray's tutorial, and she has 3A hair, so I'll link to her video in the description box. So if you do have a looser curl, you can see what products she used. But I did follow the same steps that she did, and I am loving it. So thank you so much, Rachel, for posting your tutorial. And I hope that you all enjoyed this one. Please let me know what you think of the hairstyle. So it did take me about 50 minutes to do it. I know because I was watching Behind Her Eyes while I was styling my hair, and I just started it. Really good show, actually. It's really interesting and weird, but I finished as soon as the show was over, which was 50 minutes. So it didn't really take long to do, and the product has really good hold, so I feel like this is really going to last in my hair for an entire week, and if it doesn't, I would be extremely surprised. So I am loving this style. Again, if you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you next time.